Hello everyone, I am Tacit and welcome to the Gems of War Guild Wars Week 4 Day 3. So today, game plan. Well, of course, the other 2 days, same game plan. Let's go do Guild War. We are not taking top half this time around. We ended up taking it last 2 times and we got killed by Flower Dragon both times. So this time we're going to take the middle path and get killed by Flower Dragon. The only thing that's really annoying in middle is the third battle, or the second to last one, the fourth battle, which is the Takshaka build. But beyond that, we're only going to have to fight the Flower Dragon on the final battle. We did not need to fight it beforehand, because on Blue Day we had to fight it on the Dragon battle. On this day, if we were to do it right here, we'd have to fight it on the Elemental battle. However, this time around, we're not going to fight it until the final fight. So we should be able to make it to the final. We have technically lost once, both the 2 times, so this would actually be the first time we lose 3 times if we lose one more time. For whatever reason, the ladder moved us all the way up to 14th, and every single guild we have been up against this week has been so much harder. We did win on day 1, but so far, yesterday and today, we have very much lost. So, yeah, it's kind of crazy how big of a disparity it's been, as far as like some of these guilds and everything. But we'll still try to win, go from there. One other thing that's kind of interesting is in 2 more battles, we will have him max, so we'll be able to finally test him in max unless we somehow lose 4 times today, which I highly doubt that's going to happen. Though not impossible. Let's go die 4 times now. That shouldn't happen. Anyways, hello everyone. Hello, yeah, hello Jets. Hello Chad. Hello Cookie. Hello everyone. Welcome. Let's see. Wait, the math is wrong on Guild War, and the devs said they admitted it. But the point scoring for it? I've been seeing some really weird score disparities this time around. But it could just be because our guild hasn't been doing as much. Because I feel like our win rate has been down so much this time around. But it's hard to tell. Anyways, let's go to our battles. So I can either go down or up for this first one. Well, first one, let's do the fake fight. And then we can do all the real ones. What is this? Our safe build? What is this one over? Let me just go and paste this real quick. Is this over my other quick kill team? I want the super quick one. Which one did I put this over currently? Guild War High. Yeah, we still have Infernex. Guild War Mid. Yeah, it's still that. Alright, let me put in my Guild War Low because we won't be needing something like that. Let's put it there. Alright, give me the mid one. I just want to go kill it real quick in one shot. Guild, not Tower of Doom. Actually, we finished Tower of Doom yesterday. Only other side mode we really have to worry about is Undderspire. As it looks like we're good to go. So Miss Insandwich went crazy on it this week. She basically like soloed it for the whole guild twice over. That's kind of crazy. Good job, good job. Alright, let's go do, what do I even need here? Not that. Guild Wars. Alright, let's go mess with it. Second to last Guild War day. I don't think we need to change anything here other than quick kill. Just to get it down, get her empower, win on turn 1 immediately. But if we scored just ever so slightly better that way. Have double convert, so we should be able to get it instantly and get on turn 1 win. I don't think we need to change anything else. And then we go worry about the actual battles. Blue to purple, does that do anything? No. Yellow to purple, does that do anything? Yes. And it's over. Oh, it's not over. Oh no. Well, luckily we oh no, that's not the one I meant to cast, but luckily it was still the win. I meant to do blue to purple into cast. But that also wins, so it doesn't really matter. We have the option of going either way. We actually have a triple path here. I don't know, what do you guys think? Goblin or Takshaka build? I guess we'll go down first, just so we have choice. Never mind. Maybe I go top first and then take and then take Takshaka. Oh no, which one of these is scarier? This one's using Wand of Stars, so it technically doesn't have a weapon. Is this Infinite Loop Beatrix with Essence, which is kind of scary. King Salinas has a bunch of immunes. It's mostly Beatrix going crazy, that is the big concern. I also don't have enough damage pressure to immediately just kill it outright. Or is this team I'm not as scared of nearly as much? We could just run the really heavy skull team on. Yeah, I think I'm going to go that way. That is going to lock us to have to do Takshaka build. That's fine. Unless we want to go take top half. You know what? Maybe I'll go this way. And if the dragon team is very, very weak, I'll take it. Like if they're using like Wanda Stars, Stellarix or something. Actually, this would be elemental team, not dragon. But, you know, if they're using like Wanda Stars in their flower dragon build, maybe I'll go for it. But yeah, I think that's the plan. I'll take this. If the dragon team is weak, we'll still take dragon, I guess. But otherwise, we're going straight down middle and dodging it. That'll be the game plan. Alright, so I will go top here. With that being said, I do need to go completely change our team. And I'm probably using the Devourer rate one then. Oh, not that one, this one. Yeah, I want to bring back the Immortal Phoenix and run it that way. Do I replace out the Hellcat? I might not need it for this battle. Hello, Mulu! Welcome, welcome. Hope all's been well. Alright, let me go paste this team in. Double check if there's anything else we need to tweak. We should be on 20% into 8 magic. Let me just make sure I'm on that right now. We are indeed. Okay, good to go. Nothing we need to change there. What other things are there we need to go do? Exploding, backup. Really strong tank. Backup red. Boom, into Baphomet. That seems fine to me. Using elementals to get all of our burn down. Double check the spread on elementals. Yep, I'm not using submerge. I don't need it. Right, I don't need it. What were we up against? Just a little slaughter than the other thing. Yeah, we should be fine. The other thing has something for it, but it's fine. It's not really doing that much. I think we're good to go. Don't think we change anything else. Alright, let's go roll with it. Oh yeah, after this battle, we also get our upgraded Baphomet finally. Something we technically would already have right now if we didn't lose twice. After this battle right here, we should have fully maxed out Baphomet, which will be 15 mana costs, and obviously his upgraded ability where he gets one more hit. So we're going to mess around with that a little bit. Obviously, it's not too big a difference with one lower mana cost, but there was already a situation where that would have been impactful on one of the other days. Or we're exactly 1 mana short. The dreaded 1 mana. Alright, what's the angle here? Do I just go for explode? Sure feels like it. This feels like an explode angle. Just want to make sure we take out everything first. Alright, you have immune to Devour. Unless we curse you somehow. But, no, we're just gonna damage pressure here. Nice, nice. Wanda Stars does absolutely nothing too because it got replaced. That's already match. He'll do a thing. And then I just Pokemon red. And it does enough damage to kill. It's not an extra turn, oddly enough, but I don't really need it to be. It's already enough damage. Alright, easy enough. Alright, next battle. Do we go top half? If this is Flower Dragon, I am not clicking it unless it's like the worst Flower Dragon build ever. Anyways, we are going middle. Honestly, that one's not as bad. Out of any Flower Dragon we had to fight before the final battle, I'm probably the least scared of this because it's in first slot. Worst comes to worst, you could just damage pressure it down and then it's just a book team, basically. You know what? This is like so not bad enough that I almost feel like going for it. But I'm still not doing it. It will make it easier for our own guild to be able to go get battles there today. Watch, I'm going to skip that one and we're going to get Takshaka build here. Though obviously it's guaranteed. But if I go up, it's Takshaka anyways. It's divine. But yeah, let's go down middle. I do have to say though, yeah, Siren, the biggest concern with this team is Siren turn 1. Siren turn 1's the biggest threat here. But beyond that, if you get past Siren turn 1, Flower Dragon's pretty easy to deal with here. First off, Flower Dragon's just really weird in this context. Even just first thought Mirage Queen or first thought Siren probably would have been a little bit better. He's just in an area where it's too exposed and going to get killed too quickly. Especially since we have Empower Skull. It's in a very weird spot. Yeah, the main reason Libram isn't in first slot is they're trying to summon with it. But if you're trying to do that, you need to put both the Libram and the Flower Dragon in like second and third. Like the book in second and the dragon in third. Where it otherwise put its Mirage Queen that should probably be in first slot instead. We have standard Flower Dragon meta. I mean, Flower Dragon. I mean, Arachnean Weaver 4 times Elf meta. Oh, he's running up with double Empower though. Interesting. He's also running with Rope Dart. Also interesting. Rope Dart's kind of scary. I think I keep Immortal Furnax just in case. It's a bit weaker in this situation. I think we still hold on to it though. I guess the other big concern is the web. But even more of a reason to keep the Immortal Furnax. Yeah, I don't think we change anything here. Double yellow, red. Still no Empower on our team. I guess I could convert into purple. He has a lot of purple convert himself. Oh, never mind. I forgot. That one's green. The other one's purple. Specifically Web Gem. I can deny his yellow to green with yellow to purple. I was concerned if I do a purple convert turn 1, he's just going to throw into extra turn. I would also have to get rid of my Hellcat to do it. And I kind of want the red. Yeah, I think we're just going to go as is. It's fine. I don't think we need to change much here. Scariest thing there is definitely Rope Dart for sure. Rope Dart Weaver is an interesting combination. And he has a lot of web. And Blighterlands doesn't really have any way of really dealing with web. Alright, what do we have here? Well, other than Immortal Furnax, which is immune to like everything and a half. So, right off the bat, ideally I want yellow or brown. We can't take either, so I'm probably just taking this purple to the right. Let me double check all those converts. Yellow to green does nothing. Brown to purple does nothing, unless we got unlucky here. Yeah, both his 2 converts help us. Particularly if he does yellow to green, we are like set. I do gotta, I have to take it in a way that gives, I have to do this down instead of right. Just so he doesn't go crazy with the other convert. Because I was going to take that to the right, but we actually have to take it down here. Brown to purple is also fine. Oh, so hello, Chris. Hello, Garuda. Welcome, welcome, welcome. You won top half with Mustane's team on Guild Chat. Nice. Hey, what's my guild bin suggesting? I haven't even double checked any of those. Which one? Oh no, that's a defend team. Luciferia, which is that thing that kills the thing. Inferno King, Gatekeeper, and Lammer Stew. Yeah, Gatekeeper is really good at not dying, especially as Elementalist. I've been starting to run that too with a lot of these teams. Elementalist, Gatekeeper, really good at not dying. I think I only used it for 1 of the teams. Did I use it for 2? I don't remember. I used it on like 1 or 2 of the teams in the video. But it's a really good not die option. More so than I really anticipated. It's really annoying if you don't have it this week as well. One of the problems with these events is like if you didn't have this weapon going into this week, there's literally no way to get it. Like it's not in Soulforge or anything. So you need to have gotten in like the last Blade of Lands event like half a year ago or something. Alright, so I'm taking this down, I think. Is that our conclusion? Yellow to green does nothing. If anything, it's actually really good for us. Like absurdly good. We get 2 5 times yellow. Like we auto win if he does that. And brown to purple is doing nothing. I don't think we get much from it, but at least he doesn't do anything with it himself. Oh, he does get 1 web into a green. Oh, that's such a... I can't stop that. Yeah, I gotta give him some value there. Alright, hopefully he does the other one because I can't stop that at all. Yes, he went for the right one! Alright, we won. It's over. Oh, maybe not auto win, but you know. That is exactly the move we wanted him to do. Now we are in a really good position now. Best case scenario happened. Alright, what do we want here? I can feed red in him, but he's webbed. Which makes me think I just want to go and feed Immortal and Furnax until we win. And just get him really bulky. Alright, that doesn't help. However, I'm not frozen on red right now, am I? I thought I was for a second, but we're actually not frozen on red, though being frozen on purple is kind of annoying here. I could deny brown and just go for the little bit of mana that we get. It's not a lot, though. Oh yeah, this only does one explode now. I could always go for web myself. Problem is he's gonna get Weaver down. We're in 2-shot Weaver range too, which is kind of annoying. I wish we had a better convert for this right now. Because we have almost nothing. I gotta do it on something though. I think we do it on brown. It's toss up between brown or yellow, but I'm going brown. It's not a lot of mana, but we get something out of it. I still have the extra turn on the other thing. I'm still webbed on this. Honestly, I might just go for it for its random stats effect. That or deny the purple just to get the extra turn value. Even though we do lose the extra turn. But we still get the effect of all the extra turns triggering. Even though we don't actually get an extra turn from it. The scene being webbed is really annoying, but I think we just manually take mana until Immortal Phoenix gets to cast again. Try to deny out colors that he uses a lot. Try to get cascaded mana that we need. I could take green over here and hope for red from Sky. We don't have any storm in play, so it's even chance that it can happen. Did not get it. Got really close, though. Alright. No! Did you see that? He just wait. What? Is that a 4x speed interaction? Is that a 4x speed interaction? I don't think I've ever seen that before. I got cleansed off of Orpheus Metal, but the purple that he took on his turn still affected me. Even though I got cleansed on my turn. I don't think I've ever seen that before. I think that's a 4x speed bug / feature. I'm not going crazy, right? He got cleansed off of Orpheus, but his purple thing was still going. So he ended up webbing us off of the purple that he got on the previous turn. Well, that's not good. Kind of needed that to not be webbed. Alright, he's going to rope dart us. There is very little I can do about that. As long as your rope dart's anything but hero, we're okay. Hellcat would be the best case scenario. Baphomet would be the worst case scenario. Oh yeah, that's the other best case scenario, actually. He just hit our Immortal on Phoenix. Gets rid of a lot of our durability, but he's not dying anytime soon. That's a bad RNG reaction. Alright, what do we have here? Brown to purple. Alright, so I have to take this move just so he doesn't go crazy. Oh, but then he has the other one. Ooh, I can't stop both. That's not good. I do one explode and hope it hits the right one. It feels like such overkill for how little mana we're gonna get, though. I could always just give him infinite purple. It seems like a bad idea, though. Well, it's because he's gonna get his Weaver double kill. But then we get resummoned and can start building back a real team. I know, I don't want to give him that much mana, though. It's just a little bit too much to give. Alright, now I can just deny him here. That's fine. I do have to be forced to take brown, which I don't need here, though. Alternatively, I could take red. I'm not actually frozen on red right now, even though it kind of looks like we are. Ideally, I want to do this on purple. I don't think we have alignment on it, though. But taking on blue is fine. We are not frozen on brown either, so I can take that for extra turn value. Get our skull in there, that's nice. Actually, can I just kill it outright with skull? That'd be great. Baphomet doesn't do anywhere near enough damage here. We still are webbed on the other thing. Yeah, I think just this explode angle and hope it doesn't backfire. We have no way to skull pressure here. Now we do. Alright, what do we want? We could take this skull or that skull. This one gives us yellow from Sky Chance. I kind of like this one. Leave the other one there and just take up whatever the scraps are after. Oh, there it goes. The Guardian finally went. Actually, I think that's the first time we've seen the Guardian all week, oddly enough. His battle's going really slow. Web is making it really stally. Because we have no way to really deal with Web other than Orpheus. Which I just realized. We didn't actually set our one Orpheus, did we? I was wondering why we're not getting slightly more cleanses. But yeah, this is definitely a battle we would have wanted to set it on. If they're stunned off the Elementalist, it wouldn't be. But as long as they're not stunned on it, we'd be getting a lot more cleanses off the Web. Because that Web is being just so annoying right now. Weaver's going to get a kill here. We both care and don't care about that for the most part. So he's going to get a double kill. He's going to get his web spinner. He can't do extra damage to us, which is why we don't care about it as much. The other reason is we got resummon. Unfortunately, how bad is that? Our resummons were so horrible. What was that? What even was that resummon? That was horrifically bad. That was crazy bad. Butcher scatter damage boosted by disease enemies. Disease 1 to 3. It's not great. It's kind of blocking us on blue. Some of the team is immune to disease as well. Also, it's lowering my attack value like crazy here as well. Hey, there we go. Thank you. My attack value just went up. Problem solved. The only big issue with our team layout right now is our hero is in death location. And Weaver has enough to kill it. But he gave us back our really high damage, so we should be okay. Eliminate 60 from a random skill. Imagine this hit magic. You know how badly I want to go use this and just hope it hits magic in a 1 in 4? I'm so tempted to click it. I am so tempted to click the button. I'll go for it if we have no option. I'm only going to do it when we have literally no option, though. Oh, we killed it. I'm not going to be able to do it. Sad. We could still see if it does magic or not, though. Once we have like a standard turn, we'll do it. Okay, I'll do it right now. Would it have done magic? Let's see. If I would have done it on the thing, would it have hit magic? Nope, it would have hit attack. We would have been dead. And that's match. What a weird fight. We kept the 4 times steam, though, kind of. Really weird fight. Okay, now we got the annoying Takshaka build. What do we have here? We got a Marilith version with Essence of Evil. Only really good saving grace is Essence of Evil isn't first slot. Do I even need to change anything? Honestly, I'm kind of happy with layout. The only thing I might want to do is empower away blue into purple and run that troop instead. Potentially even put it in the first slot to try to Death Mark pressure. Well, you have me into Death Mark too, don't you? Which doesn't get me in literally everything. Oh wait, but it still has Curse Burn. I think it's still worth it. I'm getting rid of Hellcat. Oh no, I really shouldn't though. Never mind, I'm gonna keep Hellcat. He'll be fine. Because I'm considering putting the Empower guy and putting him in first slot. So we can get the curse on the first slot and then burn it. But also, it would be devourable if it was to die as well. Or we could even put it in not first slot, put it in like second and then burn it that way. That way we can also devour it. The problem is that curse doesn't last forever. Is he fighting Orpheus? He doesn't have any Orpheus on. This weapon doesn't get silence, right? Wrong tab. No, the best it gets to do is steal 2 mana from first slot. I don't know, I'm kind of happy with this layout, honestly. Yeah, this battle not being triple Takshaka makes it, I don't know, easier and harder. It's easier because, obviously, less gems per turn. It's harder in the sense that we would already be using Elementalists anyways. And once you start getting them stunned, they don't really do too much. So yeah, Hero's the bigger threat. Honestly, I'm going for it. I'm going for the Empower route. I just want to double check that it is indeed the most durable thing. The reason I want to do this is it converts all blue to purple, but a Curse burns the strongest enemy. Strongest is determined by highest HP armor total. And we actually already know what this is going into the battle. He has 295 durability on Hero, which is the highest on his team. So we're guaranteed a Curse burn Hero. This is really important because this gets rid of his stun immunity and his burn immunity. All his immunities. He has 1 billion immunities. But it most notably gets rid of burn and freeze immunity. Well, everything. So we can go stun it with Elementalists. And then once it's curse stunned, we basically auto win. Assuming these are also frozen and stunned and everything. But that's pretty much the game plan is hope we have alignment here. Immediately cast it so Hero gets cursed and burned. But do that so we could eventually get Hero to go and everything it. And then we could devour it with this. We can go do a billion damage with Baphomet. And these would already be frozen stunned, so they're not really going to be that big a deal once we get going. The problem is getting going. But if we have blue to purple alignment at the start on like turn 1 or 2, we should be okay. Alright, I think that's it then. I don't think we need to change anything else. But we're going to go for that just so we can deal with elementals a little bit better. Hello, Mini! Welcome, welcome. Alright, blue to purple. Do we have it? No. Is it still worth casting? Possibly. It's a lot of purple mana. The problem, though, is we're not really using purple mana for much. It's only for Baphomet once we get everything going. So this might be a past turn move. I was trying to see if there's anything I could really do to try to get blue to purple alignment. I don't feel like we could over here. We need like a full board clear kind of situation. I think just take red and hope we get lucky with Cascades over here. Hello, Imperial! Welcome, welcome. There's a bunch of purple-blue pattern can fall here, though with Brownstorm that's very unlikely. Only problem here is we are going to give him green by doing that. Yep, he almost got all the green. He got all the green! He got all the green! He didn't just get some of the green, he got all the green! Do I cast a 0 mana on him right now just to get rid of everything? I feel like that's so overkill. That seems way too overkill. But I could get a 0 mana curse burn on him. But yeah, that's a crazy quick Essence of Evil. Oh, that is so lucky. Wait, that might be it. Come on, blue to purple extra turn. Where are you? I'm going to do a really weird move. We could do 5 times red right now, which I am so tempted to click. However, our blue to purple extra turn rate is way better if I take this to the right or left. Actually, I lied because we have Explode on right now. I'm not doing that. If we didn't have the one Explode on, I would have done that because we would have had a way higher chance of gaining extra turn off of the blue and or purple. Do I just go for random status effect here? I'm thinking about it. Because we still don't have the convert on hero. At least not for extra turn. We'll get it for a little bit of value. Oh no, did we still go for it? I think I'm still going for it. Is his durability the highest on hero right now? Yes. Alright, we're going for it. It's not an extra turn, but it's enough value to justify doing it. Oh, we got so lucky! He did it on Immortal Fernex! Oh, it's over. It's over. We won. Like, absolute best case scenario right there. I can just go for Baphomet now. There's one thing not burned. It's not that big a deal. But yeah, we just go for it. Double check there's no extra turn or anything. Skull is fine. We get an extra turn out of it. Nice! 2 threats down. Other one stunned. Huge. Wait, did I miss an extra turn that was just sitting there? What happened there? Oh no, that was from his ability. Never mind. Alright, let me take that over. Let me grab a little bit more mana. Probably grabbing the resummon here just in case. He is frozen, but he does still do a lot of damage. Oh, War! Ooh, the first mythic in the game. He's gotten reworked quite a few times. Though, oddly enough, he has really good synergy with Baphomet. Burn all enemies. But yeah, he burns all enemies, deals a bunch of damage to an enemy, boosted by his attack. And gain extra turn if the enemy dies. He's been buff nerfed so many times. He's currently overall more nerfed than he was at his peak. But he's still kind of useful. Weird strategy here. I'm actually going to cast him first just so we get better damage here. Just so we can get the skull poke on the other one. Or does that work better the other way around? I think it's fine this way. We do this, boom, extra turn, boom. And then we just Baphomet kill him in this match. Alright, now we get to fight Flower Dragon again! Except this time is the final fight. Every other day this week, we ended up getting Flower Dragon before the final. The first day on blue. The other day on this one, on Elemental. But this is the first time we get to fight Flower Dragon on final. Because you know there's 100% chances Flower Dragon right here. Let's see, what's our prediction for the team? I don't know, there's quite a few different things it could be. It's going to use at least one Empower Green, either Leprechaun or the one that converts green to red. I mean, red to green. It's going to have Essence of Evil in, like, first slot. It's going to have Flower Dragon in like third. And something else will just be sitting in the other slot that's really annoying. Interesting. That is not the route they went. They must not own Flower Dragon. The thing throwing me off here is his final slot. Everything else makes sense. He's using no hero, but he's using the thing that creates wish gems. That can actually help us a lot. If the AI doesn't go for it properly. Maelstrom Daganov, I kind of want to go run a one-slot troop for. Otherwise, we are going to be in for a bad time. Beatrix is fine. It is going to get some cleanses and could be kind of annoying, but it definitely makes Baphomet worse. But not so much that we wouldn't use Baphomet. I do believe we go out of our way to go one-shot this, though. I'll do the calculation to make sure we can one-shot it, though. I guess the scariest thing is Leprechaun into this guy's ability turn 1. I think is what he's trying to go for. That's the really scary thing on this team. I also somewhat want to run Stealthy on Hero because of that. I think we actually gain more benefit from Stealthy than we do from having Elementalist. At least for this build. Mostly because of Beatrix. If it wasn't for Beatrix, it would still be fine. But I think we want to Stealthy up just to make sure we don't get one-shotted by it. Keep our hero and Immortal Fernex alive. Alright, so let me go get the Lucifer thing. Whatever her name is. Because I need this to go one-shot his boss troop. And then we're going to run Stealthy on hero. Probably as Thief. A couple different ways we could run it. Assassin would be funny. I kind of want a 50% mana start version, though. Let me double check. What's everything that has Shadow? Talent Tree, Shadow. Is it underneath Shadow? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's under Shadow. You have Necromancer, Thief, and I think that's it, right? Does Nightweaver get it? I can't remember if Nightweaver gets it. No, Nightweaver doesn't have half start. But yeah, those are only two. It's neither Necromancer or Thief. No wonder why I always go Thief. Because Thief's quite a bit better than Necromancer. Unless you're running like an undead team. We'll go for Thief then. Alright, we should be fine. Alright, so we'll run it like that. Get our mana in there. Get our extra red. She goes and one-shots the other thing. I almost want to put her in first slot. The main reason being is his boss is actually in first slot. Something you don't see that often. I generally wouldn't advise doing this for the same reason you wouldn't want to put Flower Dragon in first slot. But because he did, this is a boss troop. And not only does she have 5 times damage on ability, but she has 5 times damage on Skull. So you really shouldn't ever be putting this in your first slot. But he did, so we can. Let me double check that both one-shot or not. We have 74 attack is the one I'm concerned on if it would kill or not. But this one should for sure. Let me just still calculate it just in case though. Well, it's 83 times 5. 83 times 5 is 415 damage. That is indeed enough to one-shot. The one we actually want to care about though is, can we just one-shot Skull him? Because that'd be so funny. He has no skull reduction whatsoever. We have 74 skull damage without buffing it at all. We could buff it if it's not enough. But 74 times 5 is 370. How much durability does he have? Yeah, 370 is more than enough. Oh yeah, I haven't handed out any codes yet. Let me go do that. Sorry, guys. 1 second, 1 second. What am I doing? There you guys go. Enjoy. Yeah, this weapon has 2 mana drain on first slot. It's not a lot, but it could definitely help. I believe he gets to steal it too, so he actually gets to keep the mana. But yeah, I'm not sure why. I'm really confused with this team overall. I see what he's going for. But you should never put a boss troop like this in first slot, especially this one. Because he doesn't even have any extra tank ability or anything. Actually, I say that. Didn't I actually do that on one of them? I didn't think about that at the time. No, I'm pretty sure I put it in last slot, didn't I? I didn't mention it in the video, but I was thinking it when I was making the team, I'm pretty sure. Let me double check. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, you should never put this thing in first slot. Otherwise, you're just going to get one shot by a skull. I didn't mention this in the video, but I was thinking it when I was making the team. This thing you should never, ever, ever put in first slot. This you can, because it's not a boss troop. So you can still get the value of it being invulnerable. but not the downside of it being boss troop. But you should never, ever, ever put this in first slot, because it's just a one-shot skull. Like, they literally take one skull and it just dies instantly. Or they could use ability if... Like, it gives them either option. If you put it somewhere else in your team, they're forced to have to cast on it. Alright, let's go to the battle. I don't think we can change anything else here. So the core of the team is, of course, Immortal Phoenix, Resummon Weapon, and then Baphomet. Oh yeah, I didn't grab it earlier. Let me go grab my buff. I could have grabbed this for the other fight too. But yeah, we have all the rewards now since we bought the little bit extra thingy. And because of that, we actually have Max Shiny Baphomet. He should now be 15 mana cost instead of 16. Not really that big a deal, but a little bit better. So he's 2 lower mana costs from 17 down to 15 in total. And he gets to hit 1 more enemy from his second upgrade, hitting 4 enemies instead of 3. So far, definitely the biggest beneficiary of shininess of any legend so far, by far. Oh, so hello AFCB, welcome, welcome, welcome. Alright, let's go do the final fight. Oddly enough, not against Flower Dragon. No Flower Dragon this time. I guess the game has had enough Flower Dragon with us the last 2 days. I'm really surprised this final team is no Flower Dragon. They must not own it or something. Alright, I don't think I'd change anything else. This seems fine. I could probably even drop the Thief for something else. Oh yeah, I just realized he's using no hero either. That's so confusing. Why? It'll make this really easy though. Single skull and starting board, we just auto win. Unfortunately, there isn't. But we'll just keep poking stuff until something happens. I think we just go for a weapon and hope we get lucky. Oh wait, I can actually skull him here. Well, there we go. And that is why you never use him in first slot. Well, that battle was so free. So we gotta be careful. Beatrix could still win. It's not over yet. Beatrix could still infinite loop us out of nowhere. Very unlikely, but not impossible. That Beatrix just decides it wants to win. You're not getting any burn down, but I honestly don't really need it. This might be a burnless win. Oh yeah, duh. I forgot. I got rid of burn because I went thief. I'm like, wait, where are all my burns coming from? Oh, wait, never mind, never mind. We got this. There we go, there's my burn. Burn solved. What a weird battle. What a really weird battle. Very free, though, I'd have to say. There we go. I'll take it. And as match. Not the greatest score, but not the worst. At least we finally won. We lost the other 2 days. We still gotta try to get a 5-win tomorrow, so we technically would have gotten the full sweep. Or, you know, enough for the reward. Obviously, it doesn't matter because we bought the thing. But I would have to win all 5 tomorrow if I was free to play. In order to still get it. Though, of course, it doesn't technically matter because we got the thingy. But I still want to try to win all of them tomorrow. But if we do, as a guild, to help out the guild, have to go Flower Dragon route, I will. I just didn't today because I was getting so tired of just getting two-shotted by Flower Dragon. But if we need to tomorrow, I will go take the Flower Dragon top run. I just wanted one day where we didn't take it. But there we go. Oh yeah, don't forget, we get the free summer reward tomorrow, by the way. The 25 gems and all the other loot. Yeah, that's tomorrow. All right, let's go down to the code for the perfect guild war. There it goes. Go, enjoy. You had 3 Takshakas yesterday, and you won. Yeah, Takshaka can be annoying, but as long as you're running Elementals and get them stunned, it's not too big a deal normally. It's really scary if it gets going without getting anything yourself. But taking like an extra turn or 2 against them tends to stop them a lot, because they're really heavy on needing extra turn. It's very similar to a Goblin team, where a Goblin team that isn't frozen can just win out of nowhere. Takshaka is very similar. And then once you get a frozen, they're still kind of intimidating, but a lot of their powers is completely removed once they can't infinite loop anymore. Even double Beatrix is normally scary because of that. Because they're a lot harder to lock down with stun. Yeah, Guild Wars 4 was fun today. I was a little confused on the final fight, though. A little bit of a weird build. But yeah, in the future, for reference, you should never use the new Immortal, or the new 8 Power Orb Mythic, the Maelstrom Dagonoth. You should never, ever, ever use it in first slot. At least in a PvP-like game mode. Because all someone has to do is put a boss troop in their first slot, and it is so free to kill. Like, you're basically running a 4 versus 3 at that point. Or, you know, inversely, a 3 versus 4. As that boss is going to get one-shotted in a turn or two. At least in another position, they gotta waste a turn to go cast on it. As well as all the mana. Yeah, I'm gonna miss when Guild War is gone. Honestly, I've still really been enjoying Guild War lately. Even though I still feel like Flower Dragon is a little bit too powerful. It's still been a lot of fun. Like, I do feel like Guild War being every single week back in the past was a bit too much. But no, I kind of look forward to it. It rotates around every month. Alright, win PvP battles, we're going to get that done automatically. Nothing to really worry about there. Dailies, we literally just did. Campaign, we have done since Monday. Tower of Doom, we finished yesterday. Guild Wars, we literally just did minutes ago. Undderspire, we do have to do a lot of Undderspire still. I'm going for full completion. So I kind of want to go for the second to last floor, I guess, today. Just to make sure we have enough torches and everything. Other things. Guild, we did that. Okay, just PvP then. Let me go to PvP then. I know we spent a lot of rest of our time in Undderspire then. Oh no, I overshot it with the battles today. No! We overshot. Whoops. Well, let's go use the hour booster and keep going for an hour, I guess. I guess we're doing a lot of Undderspire today. No, they overshot. Let's go get some XP boosters to go with it, I guess. Probably should be using this in a better farming location, but it's fine. It's not too big a deal. Alright, let's go run it all. Oh yeah, before I do we have enough for our triple? We do. Okay, let's see if we get anything good here. Come on, purple! Find out a redeem code per purple. We've been so unlucky on purple lately. No, that's like our third, fourth time now in a row. Where we did a triple into nothing. Very unlucky. Alright, let's go get over our magic and everything else. Oh, there's no extra 1k anymore? Did they fix that in the most recent patch? Alright, never mind. We're fine. They got rid of the 1k bug feature in the 8.7 patch. Or I assume it was in the 8.7 patch. Oh, they finally fixed it on Tuesday of this week. I didn't notice that in the patch notes. Was it actually put in the patch notes, or was it shadow patch? Was it 2 patches back? It worked for you yesterday. Yeah, I could have sworn it's been working this whole time. I haven't seen it in any patch notes. Unless I just overlooked it. I'm pretty sure I got it to work last week. Which made me think it was just from, what you call it. Was this guy really get Devour on us? What's his Devour rate? His Devour rate's like nearly 0. How did he Devour us? Like, I didn't even think of him as a Devour troop. His Devour rate is so low. And he actually got it on us. You got a power orb from a major orb today? Nice. Did you even know that was possible? Yeah, it's been possible since, I think, 2019 or 2020. It was actually before they even did the orb update. But yeah, it's really rare though. It's only 1% chance. But yeah, they are in there. Unfortunately, they take up the other 1% that would otherwise be a pet orb. Because in normal orbs, there's a 2% chance you get a pet. But in major, it's 1% for pet and 1% for major orb. Or power orb, I mean. Alright, good to go. Now we'll take out Central. Oh, this is Central. Yeah, okay, just making sure. Alright, we shouldn't need to change anything. We gotta be careful not to lose, though. A lot of battles here we could easily lose if we're not careful. Because we can only afford to lose once before we don't get the reward. Maybe the recent patch broke it again. I could have sworn it's been working every week lately. This is the only week I didn't get to test because we can't, since I overshot it. But I could have sworn it worked like 2 weeks ago and 3 weeks ago. What's our highest level Immortal? The one from Season 1, because I bought the pass. Just to try it out for the very first season. And I think she's level 25 or 26 right now. I believe she gets 2 frozen gems instead of 1 per turn when fully max. Compared to some of them, it's not much at all. But no, a little bit extra mana accumulation, it's not bad. Definitely not the best Immortal as far as being fully max, but it's definitely like middle ground. Oh yeah, it could be a console-specific bug. And or feature. Whichever one they're calling it these days. Alright, we made it. And then we got 1 spear battle. I think I still have to kill like 6 or 7 more of these this season. We need it for the final objective. I definitely missed a few. I think you would already almost have it done if you missed like literally none of them. But we only have like 2 or 3 more weeks to the PvP season, so it's coming close to an end. Probably not close enough to mention on Monday video, but it is getting there. It's getting close. But yeah, I think it's 2 or 3 more weeks. Pretty sure it's 3. I'll double check after this battle. I want to see how many more battles we need for it. There should be like 7 or 8. Oh yeah, I'm definitely going for a ladder here. That's so free to go get. Not like literally right now, but we're definitely going for it. PvP season. Yeah, I need 5 more. We're at 7. I need 5 more of them. Alright, that can easily be done in 2 weeks. Yeah, there's 3 weeks left. Alright, we have plenty of time. We can get that done in 2 weeks and we have 3 weeks left. Easy enough. Only other objective we'd probably get done is 150k PvP rating if I even go for that. But it'd be the only other realistic one to really get. That and maybe upgrading the thing X amount of times. Wait, where was my battle I gotta go do? Wasn't there a gold mark battle? Yeah, we got Divine and, what is it, Taurus? Oh, Taurus is kind of annoying. Let me go take the free Divine kill real quick off of Takshaka. And then we'll go do a Taurus build. Is Flower Dragon better than Stellaryx? They're both comparable. Flower Dragon is more overall damage, but has a slightly lower, higher mana cost, which is kind of annoying. The other thing that Stellaryx has, as far as in its favor, is it's really tanky. Flower Dragon's not really good at staying alive. It's just really good at doing a lot of damage quickly. Stellaryx is nice in between because you can actually survive for a bit. I would say the extra turn chance is overall better on Flower Dragon though a lot of times. Like, it has more guarantee value compared to the other one. Because the Explode is pretty much always going to work unless they deny every skull on the board. For Stellar, it can just full miss like Wand of Stars. It's very rare, but it can just full miss and do literally nothing. Whereas Flower Dragon, as long as your skull's on the board, will at least get some amount of value. Alright, 2 more to go here, and then we gotta take out the annoying 50% extra stats Taurus. Which at this point, I might go try the new guy we got this Monday. That one guy that creates the gem every single turn, he was in Soulforge. So now we can run 3 of him. I might just go for it and see how it works, because I haven't really had a chance to test triple since we unlocked it on Monday. This will be our first chance to really mess around with it. Is it worth it? Probably not, but it's our first realistic area where you'd actually run him. Because you wouldn't set him for Guild War Defend, but offensively it works. Defensively, it's just too risky. The AI is not going to play it correctly. But offensively, you can play it correctly. Because defensively, you would always want to use that red Taurus. That does like 1 billion damage to red enemies. Though I might even still have to do that if everyone's also running red Taurus. Because we basically need him to counter himself. Yeah, let's see what people are using. Alright, we can finally get away with it. Alright, 1, 2, 3. Wand. Yeah, there we go. And we definitely want extra yellow mana. And class, I guess just elementals is fine. Or mech. Yeah, we'll go mech. A little bit extra speed. Bet it should be fine. Now let's go with this. Wand of Stars into Triple King. Why am I making a Stormguard team? Because why not? It's the first time since Monday that we've had the ability to go test them. So I might as well go use it. It's like the only time you would ever have a chance of realistically using this. It's not like insanely good, but I'll get the job done. It's a really funny team. It's not particularly practical, but hey, it gets the job done in this game mode. The only thing that this team is really scared of is if they're running like double of the red Taurus guy. The one that counters red troops. Because he is indeed red. If he wasn't red, that wouldn't be as bad. Like yeah, the double Frosty is the main scary thing. I'm still going to use this just for fun though. We get infinite tries, it's not like we will lose here. I actually wanted to wait so that we can get the explode there. But yeah, he's very average. But good enough to win. It's definitely not worth getting 3 of him, that's for sure. But we had the resources for it, so I figured why not. Like, literally the only use case for is what we're doing right now. Taurus PvP offensively is, like, literally his only use case. Because you definitely wouldn't want to set this team as your Guild War defend team. It would do so horribly. No way he just agiled us. Oh yeah, we could be using the Immortal on the team too. Unfortunately, the Immortal here doesn't use yellow. One thing that's also kind of annoying is he himself does not use yellow. So you can only feed into other things on your team with the yellow mana accumulation. What a weird build. But yeah, I want to get my values worth if we're going to dump 8,000 diamonds on this. To save like maybe 1 minute on some Taurus events. If it's even saving his time at all, I'm never sure. Compared to just using an Immortal with a lot of mana accumulation. Oh, there we go. But yeah, overall, pretty much what you would think. It is 100% not worth getting 3. But it's a funny gimmick. Alright, we did that, we did that, we did that, we did that. We got 2 burning chests. Guess we'll open them real quick. Alright, we got 20 of the new guy. And a little bit of Ossifer, which is always nice to see. Alright, someone was asking earlier, what's our highest level Immortal? Our highest level Immortal is level 26, Glacia. There we go, because we got some earlier this week when we opened some. Yeah, we got a 26, almost 27 Glacia. Oh, we're almost at the -2 mana reduction. We also got our first ever max pet. And soon to have our first ever max weapon. Or, you know, from the Immortals. And then the 2 really good things, the minus mana and then the better ability. Better ability on her, I'm pretty sure, is crate 2 freeze gem instead of 1. Which is not the greatest, but it's definitely twice as good, technically. Since he's creating twice as many. Alright, I think this is Undderspire spam now. We just do Undderspire for the next, like, 45 minutes. Oh, end dungeon. Oh, top 3? Oh, we got it! Alright, that's code-worthy right there. Finally! Been a little while. Especially on stream. But that is top 3, dungeon. For 120 Dragonite. To be put towards the fourth set of Flower Dragons. Or 4th set of dragons, whatever they're going to be. They're probably going to have 4 times insta-kill and the auto-extra turn or something. With the current rate they're going. Immune to everything. Stealthy and auto-win battle for casting it. For 50 mana. The sad part is that wouldn't even be broken. There would be situations where if they added a 50 mana cost troop that literally auto-win you the battle if you click it, it would still be weaker than Flower Dragon and Stellarix in so many situations. Just because it has like double the mana cost almost. There we go, 120 Dragonite. Alright, just for the fun of it, let's go see if we can find a door. No, we didn't get it. No, we didn't get it. It was all the way over there. 20 free Garnet. But after you do that, you can just go for the other ones. You gotta make sure to do the battles first, though. But sometimes you get some free loot for it, and we did. Just make sure to claim them before you do that, though. Alright, let's see. Undderspire time. Undderspire is pretty free this week. We got the really strong blue dragon that hits stronger than Flower Dragon. Biggest downside, it can only cast once. But as long as you have a lot of mana accumulation on your team, it kind of fixes that. Because it doesn't have anywhere near as good of a follow-up as Flower Dragon does. But we're still at the point where it's one-shotting. Which is kind of crazy. Because we're already halfway through and it's still one-shotting battles. It is that much damage. But I think we're going to go all the way to Final Floor. And then tomorrow night we'll do Final Floor into, whatchamacallit? Final Floor into, the dead end rooms. Are major orbs worth crafting? The celestial trait stones required seem expensive at 15 each. Unless you're doing it to try to get like a power orb mythic, probably not. You generally lose far more value than you're gaining from it. But if you're trying to do it to get like the new Immortal Dagannoth, I mean the Maelstrom Dagannoth, then it's probably worth it, as long as you only do a few of them. Can you get full mana? I feel like this thing's been out like 1 mana cost for forever. There it goes, finally. I think just did not want to get full mana. Casted like 4 explodes and it still did not have full mana. 31 and enchanted, but not full. Again, 31. Can we lower his mana cost by 1? Oh no, the lifesteal actually made it live. Otherwise it would have been one-shotted. But yeah, making power orbs to try to get something like the new Dagannoth is perfectly fine to do. It's strong enough to justify the cost. I wouldn't advise doing it on any other power orb mythic at the moment. But if you're somewhat close to Dagannoth, like within striking distance of converting your orbs, then it's probably worth converting your orbs to go get it early. Because otherwise you might have to wait months to get it. Because the next Power Orb event, I don't think is until like October. Like when they do the Halloween event in late October. Not counting whatever random ones you get from major orbs and stuff. Alright, what paths do we have here? Honestly, I might just go right here. What's our layout looking like? Yeah, we'll go right, why not? Wait, does Freeside have Power Orb? Or do you mean Pate Side? I forgot that it even has a Power Orb, does it? I'm probably Power Orb blind because I never actually need them. So I forget where they are sometimes. They did just pretty recently change the campaign though, so I'm not sure. That was only a few weeks ago at this point. But yeah, where's the Power Orb from campaign? I thought it was only on like Super Paid side or something. Yeah, it's only on Super Paid. Yeah, super paid side does, but it's like the $25 locked one. Normal paid doesn't. I'm pretty sure free side doesn't. But yeah, power orbs when you need them in a pinch are kind of annoying to get. There's something you get a slow trickle over time and eventually have more than you ever need. But you gotta create a bunch of major orbs and lose a bunch of value if you ever want to get them in a pinch. The main thing you're normally short on is converting your small blue orbs into major blues. And then all of them into the power orb. A brown color. Yeah, the fact that they still charge like $50 for them is kind of crazy occasionally. I really wish they would do a pricing overhaul on quite a few things in the game. A lot of them have never been worth it ever. They're just absurdly scaled compared to where their actual their actual value is, even from other offers. I feel like the only one that is pretty much universally correct is Deed Books. Deed Books tend to have a going rate of about $2 per each, and it's pretty standardized across all transactions in the entire game. It's one of the only few resources that is actually kind of uniform across everywhere. Which is actually kind of reasonable for them. I say. Not exactly. Because you're still talking a ton of them. It's like, what, 20 per kingdom or something? But there's a lot of other ones that haven't really been standardized like that. Like the fact that there's still like $50 legend offers in the game and a few other things like that. Not even mythic, legend. Like even Death Knight armor they brought down a lot. It used to be $50, is now 20. They got rid of a bunch of the resources bloating out its cost. It just made it cheaper so people could get it easier. There's a lot of things like that transaction-wise in the game that they definitely need to fix because it's just like so egregious, some of them. Like how out of proportion they are. So where's the last of my mana? We're so close. The 1 mana curse every time. Oh, that's so funny. I just resummoned my original first slot. Oh, that's really funny. He did die, but he got resummoned off the random Zol carrier. So once we clear out this floor, we'll hand out another code, and then we'll probably go 1 floor deeper. We'll save the final floor and dead ends for tomorrow then. As well as the final day of Guild War, and probably the spoilers too, because the spoilers should be up by then. Since we haven't really been doing as many Sunday streams, we haven't really been able to go over on Sunday nights, but we will be able to tomorrow night. I don't think we have much going on next week though. It's like the tamest week this entire month, as far as event weeks are concerned. This was the last big week as far as stuff going on. Until next month. As I keep forgetting too, this week we got the 8.7 patch. I kind of keep forgetting that this even was this week because it was such a small patch. It mostly just affects early game. But we got a patch and Guild War this week. And the ending of the summer event calendar thingy. That's not as big though, since it's not a natural event though. But Guild War and a patch. Alright, there's a double silver, nice. One of the main reasons we go for this. And now we go for a double gold. Alright, let's go hand out a code, and then we'll go for final floor. Or second to last floor, I mean. Alright, there you guys go. Alright, how much more timer do we have left? Okay, half an hour. So we'll go through one more floor, and then just, I guess, explore 12. Better open some Vault Keys. I still have quite a bit of Vault Keys open from last Vault event. We'll probably do Vault Keys then. I'll clear one more floor, then we'll go do Vault Keys for the rest of the time. Until the timer goes off. Oh, that thing better not die to death mark. That'd be really annoying. We would still win, but it'd be a very slow win. No, there's nothing left. Hate when I do that. The struggle of some converti troops. And that color is just completely void on the board. He just killed himself out. Fortunately not, he got the resummon. Back in the day, that would actually end the battle. But then they made it so if something kills itself when it resummons, it doesn't end the battle. I believe it was oddly not him that made them add it. It was actually Elspeth, I believe. Because Elspeth destroys a troop and then summons a knight. But that used to end the battle back in the day. As well as similar mechanics like the sacrifice guy we're just up against. But they ended up changing it so it would still go and do the summon and not end the battle. Because technically for a moment in time they would have 0 troops left. And then they would do their summon. But the game would see that there's 0 and be like, okay, battle over. But they changed it that if there's a summon queued up, it won't end the battle. It'll actually process its summon and the battle will keep going. Elspeth's definitely the biggest beneficiary of it. Very rarely use Elspeth much these days though. But it allows her near the end of the fight to sacrifice herself to get a random knight. Once the rest of your team dies. Normally you put it in her position where she wouldn't be her last slot though. Was that the final code? We'll probably hand out one more. Maybe even 2 more. Because I'll hand out one once we finish out the current floor. And then I'll hand out some if we get any good rewards from Vault Keys for the little bit we open them. We're opening enough that we're probably not going to get anything from them though, but you never know. We still have 30 minutes left on the resource timer thingy. So obviously we got to go utilize it. I'm definitely not utilizing in the best way right now. You ideally want to be spamming like PvP or Explore 12 or something similar. I generally just combine it with dailies or weeklies though. Just so they don't take up even more time. You get less resources from them, but you get them done in basically 0 time. Since you're just doing them over top of something you'd already be doing. Oh no, it did green instead of purple. We got no explode. Because that one has an either or. Yeah, getting to the point where we have to double cast them is kind of annoying, but luckily we're at a durability range. We're even on the final floor, double cast should win the battle. So we're in a little bit of an annoying in between because these battles are taking as long as like the final room battles. Just because every battle is basically determined by casting them twice. At this current level range. But even on final floor, that would still be the case. So final floor really isn't any more time consuming than this floor that we're on now. At least not this week. At least not with Flower Dragon. Oh, him having Submerge is kind of annoying. I don't have any counterplay to that. I'm using Orb Weaver currently. I wonder if it's worth getting rid of that. We have to give up a lot of magic. But having a way to dispel Submerge would be really useful. If this was Undderspire, I feel like we definitely want to do it. This game mode generally doesn't have as much Submerge though. This is one of the few battle exceptions to that, where like everything in the battle has Submerge. So much so I actually got a stall right now. There we go. No, he regains Submerge! Stop doing that. I needed them to break a Submerge so we could do something. There we go. Alright, one more nice poke and we're good to go. Oh, we just got a giant spider summon from that. They used to be pretty meta back in the day when it was 50% summon. They nerfed it down to 35 because it was way too annoying at 50. Oh, we're not at the primary path yet. So we need to go this way. I thought we already found the door, but that was from the other layout. Oh, what do I want here? We'll go for green. I guess I'll just take it instead of converting because we don't have extra turn there. Yeah, it's so nice when we have an actual good damage source for Undderspire. I wish every week had something this useful. Alright, now he's got to find one dead end room based on 2 paths. I guess we'll go straight up. Yeah, we'll go this way. Oh, so it looks like we're doing really good on torches. I might even have too many. We'll just get whatever we need for tomorrow. We're actually really ahead on torches right now. Every single turn I'm like, is he gonna die to Death Mark this turn? Is this the turn he finally goes? No. Oh, so where's the bless? Where's the barrier? Actually, it didn't ultimately matter though. Alright, double path. 1, 2, 3. Okay, this is not double dead end yet. Alright, this could actually be the way. We'll likely see 2 paths here. Well, obviously. But one should be a double dead end, the other one should be hopefully the room. Yep, double dead end, and this is hopefully the room. It's either merchant or boss room. And then tomorrow we'll take the final floor and all the dead ends. And as well as, of course, Guild War right at the beginning. Probably also go over all the weekly spoilers at the beginning too. Before we get to Guild War. Shouldn't be too much to go over for tomorrow though, or you know, for the thing. I see some kind of surprise. It's a pretty tame week. And it can't be a patch because we literally just had one. Alright. Boss room or no boss room? Find out after this battle. Hopefully it is. Otherwise we gotta go all the way around the other path. I really wish Zolkiri had a better way of creating blue for this guy. Is the only annoying thing about him being blue instead of purple? If he was purple, he'd be so broken. Like, the amount of times he would use this thing would be so high. The fact he uses blue makes it so bad to bring out other than Zolkiri restriction. Ah, we got it! Boss room! Perfect. Yeah, that worked out pretty well then. Then we'll go hand out a code and probably just run Vault Key until the timer goes out. Which we should have like 15 minutes on. So run like 15-20 minutes of Vault Key. There's still a remaining stack from previous Vault event weekend. Well, obviously. I mean, we haven't opened too many from it yet. I think we opened like almost 50-ish. But the rest of the piles is sitting there. A good time to finally open some of it. Come on, a little bit more mana. There we go. Easy as that. Alright, another one down. We got 18 minutes to go do Volkey. Before we do though, here you guys go. Enjoy. And we'll hand out a code if we get anything good on any of these Vault Keys. We got 169. And we got 18 minutes to go use them. However many we can do in that time. Hopefully we can do 69 in that time. Oh, Major Orb. Oh! The back-to-back code. We just got Major Gold. Well, that didn't take long. Literally getting like the best drop we could than Major Power Orb. Because I don't care about Power Orb too much since we already have enough. But I do kind of need to replenish my stack after dumping so many on the other guy. But yeah, literally first roll we got Major Gold. Very nice. The only better drop would be Major Pet Orb. Major Pet Orb is not even more useful, it's just more valuable. The power of a Major Gold is actually better. But the rarity of a Major Pet and value overall of a Major Pet is better than it. But the amount of stats you get from it isn't as good. Mostly because I tend to use a lot of the major pet orbs on cosmetic ones anyways. But even if you weren't, you don't get that many stats and it's such a rare circumstance. Whereas major gold, you can just put on whatever mythic you want just to give it extra stats whenever. Though I guess we're kind of getting to the point where those kind of get wasted slightly. I guess they're mostly being used for kingdom upgrades these days, as far as how I'm using them. Because I pretty much already upgraded every useful mythic. Like any mythic worth getting gold elite level on, we've done it on. As well as every legend at this point. See, extra stats that we're getting from them isn't really that consequential. Because normally it's on dead content troops or troops you'd bring out like once in a blue moon for some kind of weird restriction. Oh nice, the small gem drop. I don't hand out code for small one though, it has to be the bigger one. Still a good drop though. A lot of good drops, there aren't any like the super big good drops. All the key drops are in that category too. They're not like insanely good, but they're nice to say compared to some of the other drop table. Really helpful for new mythics and stuff. I have another gem drop one. Or a second small one. Technically 3 smalls is bigger than a big. I just realized 2 weekends from now is Vault Event weekend, isn't it? Not this upcoming weekend, but the weekend after that, I believe, is Vault Event. I believe it coincides with the Mythic again. I don't know, maybe it's not the first Mythic by then, never mind. I think the Mythic's coming out the week after Vault Event weekend. I'd still be positioned in a place where you would be able to do it for it, though. I guess technically you always could, because you know for sure that every first Friday of every month is a new Mythic. So any Vault event ever that takes place beforehand is the one you could use to farm for it. Because the date of the Mythics never changes, it's always the first Friday of every month. Faction expansion for Obsidian Depths. I don't think that place needs anything new, does it? Or it kind of has everything covered. I guess maybe if it got an offset true damager. Or I guess a better band accumulator could work too. Did we just get Trait Stone from all 3 of them? That's crazy. Trait Stone, Trait Stone, Trait Stone, and Orb. Hey, pet orb. Small pet, but still good. 3 smalls make it big. A lot of times you only need 2 to max something, you don't even need the 3rd. Or, you know, compared to a power orb or a major pet orb. Not always, but there's a lot of situations where you have it, like, slightly upgraded. Where double small is way better than throwing a major at it.
Mana surge.
Oh no, we're starting to get the Cedric curse. All of the Cedrics. I believe we have about 12 minutes left. So we might be able to do our goal. I wanted to get down to 100 vault keys. We started at 169, we're down to 43. It should be easily doable in that time. Well, kind of. We need to win about 4 per minute. If we go over some, that's fine. But yeah, I definitely want to go down to 100. Should work out pretty much perfectly. Unfortunately, the gold and soul bonus and everything does not apply to the gnomes. Otherwise, this would be really broken. But it is applying to the end battle loot. Just not the gnome loot. Yeah, I remember when you would like struggle to try to one-shot these builds. Or, you know, the, oh nice, our third small gem pile. Where it was, you have to build like a really complicated team to try to one-shot these. Nowadays, you just run Stellarks or Flower Dragon and it's like, whoop, dead. Instantly. Gosh, I'm getting like a whole palooza here. I think I've rolled like every tarot card for the gnomes. Or not, no, tarot cards, whatever you call them. All the verse gnomes. Got like a whole set of them. How much gold would you get for a 4 Cedric team? Definitely not enough for how slow the battle would be. 2 Cedric's definitely the most you could ever get away with on a team. 4 is obviously impossible, and 3 could work in the future. There just isn't really a good one troop to do it with at the moment. Because you also have to earn gold. And there's no one troop that kind of self-perpetuates its mana, does all the damage you need, and gains max gold. There's no one troop in the game that does all 3 at the moment. It's not to say there wouldn't eventually be, though. But currently there is not one that does all 3 of those. Because that's the only way you could ever get away with a triple Cedric into that troop team. That troop doesn't exist at the moment, though. Like, the closest you could do is probably, like, Ruby Weapon. That's the closest thing that would do that. The problem is you don't get a lot of mana on it. Your first cast is pretty quick, but every cast beyond that's not that good. I was about to take that extra turn. So the only problem with turn 1's explode is sometimes as the board is starting up, you see like the perfect move and then it gets exploded. Whenever the board is nice and still, you know for sure where all your moves are. You can kind of figure them out during the loading of all the traits triggering. But whenever you get exploded, you basically have a delay on when you could figure out the board initially. You just don't get those free few seconds where you can kind of figure everything out. Because the board's just going to get reset right as soon as the trait triggers. Not a really bad thing about explode turn 1, or even just any board control turn 1. It's one of the reasons why on turn 1 we tend to take our move pretty quick other than Guild War. Is because you don't get those extra few seconds to figure out what on earth's going on with the board, like you would with other teams. So normally it's better to insta end your turn. Oh, 1, 2, 3 keys left. All right, 23 to go. Gonna get to that nice solid 100. Also, we're barely gonna make it in time. I think we have like 6 minutes left on the booster. It's fine if we go over some. Gotta get the nice clean number. It'll bother me so much if we stop at like 105 or something. Gotta go down to 100. Come on, can we see one more good drop? It set our expectations high by giving us immediately the best drop we could pretty much get. And aside from like a few gem drops and such, we haven't gotten anything good since. None of the really good ones. It started perfectly and then has only gone downhill from there. Teasing us with the good loot and giving us nothing. At least we got one good drop tonight. We also got the perfect Dragonite, so we got the free 120 Dragonite from Dungeon today, too. Which will go towards whatever the next broken category of dragons are in like a year. That will somehow be even stronger than Flower Dragon. It would be funny if they finally make them weaker, though. That's something that hasn't happened with Dragonite dragons yet. They started kind of balance, then went very broken in the Stellaryx, then went extra broken in the Flower Dragon. But it'd be funny if they kind of go in reverse and actually make them bad for the 4th category. I'm still hoping we would eventually get support versions of them. I thought Flower Dragon was originally going to be that. Like kind of like Stellaryx, but support troop instead of damage. But they end up just making it even higher damage Stellaryx. Hey, 6 more keys. Who knows? Maybe it's saving it for the final drop. I think that's what it's doing. It's going to start and end perfectly. It started with gold, so we're going to end with Major Pet Orb on the 1% roll. And I'm pretty sure we've gotten a full set of verse gnomes now. Too bad you can't convert them into actual verses. Because the verses are definitely far more useful than the verse gnome troop. Mega Uber Slayer Dragon starts with Empower. Could you imagine? Imagine something like as strong as Diamantina, but it has Empower. It'd be like that old Dust Devil build back in the day. The reason why Dust Devil doesn't skill on magic is because it did when it first launched, when it had Empower. And it did way too much damage. So they never gave full AoE Empower ever again since then. That scales off of magic. But that'd be a really funny thing for Flower Dragon, or for a, for Dragonite Dragon. I highly doubt they would do that though. It is very broken. That's why Dust Devil got it removed. Oh, we have a chance! Oh, we got a chance! Are we gonna get it? We started with Major Gold. Are we gonna get something good for the final? Ah, it's not bad, but it's not a good, really good one. Oh, we still got a minute left. Alright, well, I don't know, one more key for good luck? I feel weird going down to 99, but I think we get one from one of the events this week that I didn't already claim. So we'll do one more. Another major orb? No, boo, nothing. Sad. Right, I'm not going to do anything with that 30-second. By the time we get into battle, it's not even going to be worth it. But anyways, guys, any other questions? Any other anythings? Otherwise, we will be back tomorrow. We will be finishing up Guild Wars and doing the final day for Guild Wars for Blighted Lands. We'll be going over all the weekly spoilers for the week, whatever that may be. We'll be finishing out the Undderspire. Only got one floor left, as well as clearing out any dead ends with the rest of our torches. And that is pretty much a game plan. And we'll go from there. And don't forget to claim your free gems tomorrow, by the way. You'll be able to go get, I believe, 50 free gems on tomorrow, any point tomorrow. So make sure to go claim that, and yeah, it'll be good to go. Anyways, guys, hope you all have a wonderful rest of your weekend. Thanks for stopping by, as always. Greatly appreciated. And I'll catch you guys later. Goodbye, everyone. And thanks for watching.